Hello everyone and welcome back to Night Coast 49 as we play Planetbase. We're going to start an ice planet. I've seen the comments. You guys have said time to move on, and I kind of agree. We didn't hit that 300 person mark as quickly as I'd liked, but we basically got just about every other achievement. Now remember the ice planet, we're not going to get a ton of solar power. Here, let's go to new game. If we click this class F planet, light amount is going to be low. They still work, the solar panels still work, but they're not as good. Atmosphere density is high. Wind power is going to be our friend, but it's going to be fickle. We're not going to get any sandstorms, but solar flares and meteor risk will be low. I don't believe it on the meteors, but the solar flares I do, because I've kind of seen that. So we're going to pick a new base. So can I just rotate that around? Right there, right in the vein. Boom. Alright, let's go ahead and let's do this. We're going to name this Ice Ghost. There we go. Let's start this bad boy off. I'm taking a break from playing Fallout 4 to record this. I've had my fill for the moment. But I've been pretty excited about that. But I'm really excited to jump back into Planetbase because we've got this and a moon left to do. So let's get started. Dun da da da. Oh yeah. Come on, they dig the slow walk. Let's do this. Alright, I can't skip through this, but that's okay. Looks like we have a decent amount of people. Hopefully we get a couple robots. There's one. We get a carrier bot. Okay, well, you know what, that's fine. That's partway through the day. Got a decent area to start. It looks like we can do some expanding back. Probably not that way. But back this way a little bit? Ooh, he might be boxed in pretty hard, actually. Well, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do level 1. Oxygen there. We're going to have an airlock here. Let's go ahead and get that started. And I'll put this on time 2 speed for now. And then we're going to want to go ahead and do a solar panel. You have to do a solar panel first. I'm actually fine with that. Let's go ahead and turn this on so you guys can see resources as well. But I really want the wind turbine. Oh, wait. First thing that we need is a water extractor. I'm just going to go level 1. There we go. We have the oxygen generator. We're going to have the water that they need for the O2. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a level 2 wind turbine, so they'll start working on that. And then also, let's make a canteen. We won't do a big one. We'll connect that up here. Hopefully we'll get power going as well. We don't have a collector, so a power collector. So let's go ahead and get that. Whoop, not number 4. Or not that level. Let's just go with spending 3 metal. We don't start with a ton. Once we recycle the ship, we'll have a bit more. But for now, we're going to go with this. So now it's got enough water to do O2. Perfect. The canteen, we're going to have to set that up to start getting water and allow them to eat food and all that good stuff. So the wind turbine's done, which is fantastic. We are getting enough power right now to keep things up and going, but daytime is about to be over, and I haven't stored any power. I'm really concerned about that right off the bat. So I'm going to go ahead and just say more power. See, the O2 generator's off because we don't have any freaking power. We're gathering just a little bit of solar energy right now, but it's not gonna it's definitely not gonna do it, right? Like, it's not gonna sustain us forever. Let's go ahead and get a water fountain and then a meal maker, and I'm gonna call it good for that part. They need to finish this wind turbine. We're gonna be watching this a lot more than we normally do. I'm afraid to actually build anything else until the second wind turbine comes up, which will go ahead and speed up to ×4 there. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a dorm. I'm gonna connect that on the O2. Because it's a dead end, I want to be able to move around here and build more stuff. Now, we're running low on power because the wind is not even up at all. And this is going to be the big challenge, right? This is going to be where we're going to struggle. Our philosophy here for the ice planet is enough capacitors to make sure we can just store up in case we get nighttime where it's not windy. You know, daytime's going to be somewhat supplemented by solar power. but it's not going to be completely taken up by it. We have to make sure we have enough wind turbines going. And these aren't going in the same direction. Usually they all turn to the same direction. That's kind of odd. So we're at full speed. We're doing enough. We don't have the dorm up. We're doing enough to actually sustain ourselves here. I do need the dorm. I need to give these guys somewhere to sleep so they don't start getting too grumpy. And let's just do 3 of those. So that'll be six beds. And if we look, we're running low on stuff. We're running low on metal. We're running low on plastic. So what we want to do is create a mine. So that we can make sure we can start bringing in ore to make metal. That'll help us to be self-sufficient. And then the other thing that we need is a biodome for making food. So we're going to build that off the canteen. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5 metal right there. Okay. So we're running low. But I'm going to break down the capsule. Actually, let's go just recycle that now. It gave us a ton more. So survival has been reached. We've already seen that. I'm going to go ahead and right click and get rid of that. Now, one thing that we want to do immediately is another collector here. That's all I'm going to do, though. We need to actually use our metal to build a factory to start bringing more stuff in here. We need a med bay as well. There's all those basic things that we have to work on. A storage unit would be extremely helpful as well. Also, keep in mind our O2 generator can only really push so far, so we have to be careful and kind of watch that too. So, all right. So here's the biodome is up and going. We're going to go ahead and start making some starches with the peas there, but we need to do tomatoes and lettuce to make sure we have plenty of food, and then some medicinal stuff for plants. Perfect. And let's see. We want to make sure we do, it's something I forget, and it can actually bite you in the rear end real easy, is a landing pad. That takes 5 metal, just right away. We need a landing pad to bring in trade, bring in new people. And I want to try to be a little bit more aggressive with our recruitment, but that means I have to be on top of our power really, 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 really well. So I need to make I think a med bay, a storage unit, and a processing plant is probably going to be our next kind of few things that we're going to work on. But as you can see, we have no incoming power at night. It's a real problem. But we have 2 collectors that are completely full. So we could go all night without any turbine movement, and I think we'll be fine at our current level, but we obviously want to make that grow even more. Now, if we look at their stats, not landing permission, the grid, we can house 20 people right now with the oxygen intake that we currently have. As you can see, power's going down fairly quickly, but we're halfway through the night. We'll be fine. Wind is probably going to pick up, kind of help to offset that a little bit. But while we're waiting, I guess we can go and just keep building. All right, so the connection has been made between the landing pad. Ooh, let's set some permissions. Landing permission colonist, I'm actually fine with that. And traders, we do need some medics. Perfect. All right, I would like to let's do the processing plant because we absolutely need that in order to refine the ores and the starches into plastics. Expansion reach, we've already done that too. Looks like we've got ourselves some biologists and a worker. That's what we just got in. And then let's go ahead and make a med bay as well. Now, we do need to be careful because I believe the med bay... Yep, it can only have 1 connection. So, ooh, that was not the best on my part. You know what? We'll just do it like this. Perfect. Okay, we're running really low on metal, but we're bringing in ore right now. And as you can see, the O2 generator is not doing too well. Water's being used up fairly quickly. Let's let the medical bay finish, but before we do that, let's make sure we have 1 metal processor and 1 plastics. Now, there is a trade ship. Let's go ahead and check that out. I seriously doubt we're going to have anything here that we need. I mean, stuff that we definitely need, but we can't trade, right? So, not concerned about it. I'm actually going to tell them to go because we really just need a colony ship. Sick bay has been built. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and put 1 bed in there. And we'll stay on 1 bed for a while, as we saw in the previous videos. So there's 2 of the 3 metal that we currently have. So actually our timing is extremely, like, spot on right now. Because we only have 1 metal, or we have 1 metal extra. And we're able to build the metal processor, which is actually kind of funny. So it looks like we got ourselves... Who is that? That's a worker. Yeah, there we go. Let's take a look here real quick. We are self-sufficient. We've already seen that before. We can have 8 more people come in. We need to start increasing our food a lot, so we need to build a lab here shortly. Wow, we have 5 ore. Jeez, that's awesome. So we got the O2 here. Power's a concern. I'm kind of at this point where I'm just like, let's wait, keep it on speed 4. See, look, they've already maxed out. We need to build another collector. But we basically just need a ton of metal right now so that we can process, or so that we can make, you know, more water extractor, another O2 generator. Yeah, power plants, the whole 9 yards, let's be honest. So it's kind of fun to actually start things off. I like it. I think it's a lot of fun, honestly. I think right now, though, just to be super efficient, let's go ahead and just build another metal processor. We only have 1 metal. Might as well do that so they can actually start processing even more. Now, we do have a lot of plastic, and people are complaining about not being able to sleep, so let's go ahead and put in 1 more bed. Let's also, I saw that people are complaining about not getting enough to drink, which means this 1 fountain, which is kind of silly for us to only have 1, has been occupied to the point where people actually can't get anything to drink. Now, 1 person is injured. He's coming in here, going to be treated by the medic. This thing is fully stocked, which is awesome. We've got a metal processor here as well. So I'm not monitoring what people we get at this point, to be completely honest. I'm not as concerned about it. Power is looking fine for now. We did just use up the 1 metal, and we already have 1 again. So we're doing really well here. Now, that means we want to go ahead and make ourselves another power collector. And again, because it's so important, I'm going to make a level 4 one, or the highest one I can do, which is going to take 5 metal. It's going to tie up metal for a little while, but we need to do that first before we do anything else. Power is paramount, always, but on the ice planets, it's actually more so, because you can't just get it through solar as easily. Now, this one guy is working it. He's doing really well. If we build larger solar arrays, it's going to help even more. So, you know, we got to keep that in mind. This trade ship. We're really hurting on food. We really actually should build that lab. But maybe I can trade... How much are medicinal plants worth? There were 20. I don't have a lab to process these yet anyway. Why don't we go ahead and see how many of these I can buy? I can buy 3 meals. Okay, that's fine. Let's do that. And that way we can supplement our colony a little bit more. I don't have a storage unit, so these things are kind of out in the open right now. They're going to start to degrade, but it doesn't degrade too quickly, so we don't have to worry about getting kind of messed over on that. We did just use 1 med supply. This mine's going to create some injuries, so we have to be careful to not mess ourselves over on that too. So starch is being produced into plastic, so actually I could have sold plastics. Looked like we got ourselves 2 biologists and an engineer. Honestly, what I'm probably going to need is just more workers to work all this stuff. So let's go ahead and adjust. You can only get 3 more people. Let's adjust our workers. I don't need as many biologists. Yeah, okay, whatever, that's fine. I think we're going to be able to only get 1 more shipment in before things kind of get bad. We've got enough metal. No, actually we don't. I take that back. We've got the 1 here. We need 1 more metal. The funny thing I've noticed is the metal it counts what's not actually been processed yet in a structure. So it's a little misleading. It's like, oh, we've got 4. This should be done. No, it's actually got that 4 right here. 3 here and 1 there. So the connection actually could be finished by an engineer, but it hasn't been yet. So we got 1 person with broken bones. A lot of people are tired. I don't have any entertainment. So we've got a decent amount of plastic now that the starch is being worked. So let's just go ahead and put in a TV there so people can have a bit more entertainment. This guy's going to need to be healed. Looks like both of these processors are probably really full. Actually, that one isn't, but it's being worked really hard. So we've got enough metal to actually finish off this collector. Feeling good about that. So yeah, next, food's kind of a big issue. Once we do the lab, I think we're going to be okay. Now the lab, you can have multiple entrances too, but it kind of messes up your space. I think for now that's going to be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and queue that up. We'll just do a level 1 lab. We'll build that off of the biodome. There you go. I know words. We're going to need more water extractors and another O2 generator. Oh, in fact, actually, hold on. We're probably at limit, so let's go ahead and stop the colonists. We'll let the traders come. I'm not really going to have much trade. Holy crap. Jeez. That's pretty fun. So we'll build the lab here, and then we'll expand out. Now, as you can see, the turbines are going. It's enough to actually start charging this very slowly. So in the daytime, when we could supplement with the solar panel, excuse me, we're going to be able to start filling up that big power collector. That is 12,500. This does 7,500. So the wind's picked up quite a bit. This is going to fill up all the way. Let's see, is that one full? That one's full too. Got a trade ship. This guy does have meals. I could trade this again, but I'm actually concerned because we're going through the med supplies very quickly. I've only got 2 meals left. Nope, I'm gonna dismiss because we're about to build this. We can use the plastics for this. Yes, I know food stocks are low. Don't tell me bad news. I'm not going to listen. All right, let's do the tissue. 1, 2, 3, and then also 1 workshop off on this side. Now, the reason I did that is over here we can do a connection and not mess up what we got going on here. So I'm going to wait and actually adjust these. I'm going to do pork. Whatever's next is going to be beef, and then the third one I'll leave alone and let it be chicken. Come on. You know you want to. Build it up, engineer. Okay, nope, she's got it. All right, so this one's going to be beef, and the next one will be chicken. Okay, we're pretty stabilized. We're bringing in just enough water. We've got a good amount of oxygen going there. Lab is... Oh, actually, lab is completely out of water. I take it all back. Let's do a level 2 water. Look at the power, though. We're doing... Oh, we're doing so good on power. That meteor was terrifying. All right, so we're going to build this, get to be at a better spot with water, and I think we'll be fine. All right, guys, thanks everybody for joining. Leave a comment. Don't forget to like, favorite, and definitely subscribe so you can see all the content that we're doing here on Night Ghost 49. We've got Fallout, we've got Planetbase, Kingdom, a handful of other silly things. I definitely appreciate everyone's support, so thank you for all the shout-outs, all the shares. I greatly appreciate it. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining, and I will see you guys next time. Later.